Hi guys, welcome back to more episodes of Money Heist. We're on to episode 12, which is the penultimate episode for part 1, season 1. Now then, for some reason I hadn't noticed this just before we get started. Whenever I upload to YouTube or I'm putting the episodes available on the cloud to be able to be viewed, I put all the synopsis, the episode names in, everything, and I've got to this point before I've realised that for some reason all of the episodes on more or less every TV database website that provides all this information has season 1 down as 15 episodes, and Netflix, which I'm watching it on, has 12. Whether they've extended the episodes on other sites or Netflix have made them longer episodes, I don't know. So the synopsis and the episode numbers are all completely wrong. So I may have to completely rename everything because the names for the episodes now no longer match. I was just looking up details of the previous episode just to give me a bit of a recap before I went through everything, in case there was anything I'd forgotten. And I noticed that the recap was stuff that seemed to suggest things I haven't seen yet, and that's how it came about. So at this point we are on the penultimate episode, and I will rename everything as and when I can figure out what the hell to do, because on Netflix they don't have episode names, they're just called episode 2, 3, 4, 5. But the actual names of the episodes on any other site anywhere have actual names for the episodes, but they don't correspond. Don't you love it when things like that happen? Anyway, doesn't really matter. What we really want to know is what's happening to the professor, because right at the end of the last episode, she pulled a gun on him under the table as a diversionary tactic, thinking he was meeting her for coffee. And in the last episode, Monica got it on with Real? No? I can't remember who she got on with now. One of the guys. Anyway, so I don't know what's going to happen there. Meanwhile, Arturo is continuing to form his escape plan, which isn't his escape plan at all. It's his idea of getting everybody else to do what he wants them to do, because he's too much of a coward to attempt to try it himself. Anyway, this is episode 12. Let's get on with it.
Raquel, ¿se puede saber por qué coño no me coges el teléfono? ¿Eh? Después de 15 años contigo a tu lado como un puto pringao.
This is such a stupid idea. He showed a little clip of this in the last one. Is he going to get out of this? I mean, I'm sure he will, because he's gotten out of everything else. He doesn't have time to think and calculate, and it's all got to be instinct now. If she spots a single thing, it's over.
Eres una zorra egoísta y obsesiva.
Because she's thrown him to the walls.
Puta zorra, una come coños, una frígida coño.
Yeah, you're drunk. What way are you going? Any reveal? Because at the moment, only he knows or suspects.
Perdóname, no quise llamar de zorra.
There you go.
Lo siento.
Both sides.
Es que esto de la sidra no es un trabajo como tal, es meramente un proyecto.
Yeah, it would be for anyone.
No sé si va a salir bien, va a salir mal.
He's had all this ready in preparation,
prever que la inspectora iba a querer
or whether
entrar en
this
el
was just
rinconcito secreto del profesor.
something he enjoys doing anyway, separate
Y
to
por
this.
un puñado de euros es fácil arrendar un almacén roñoso y convertirlo en el decorado perfecto para la función.
Me siento muy abochornada
Oh, wow. He's convinced her.
por haberle enseñado la pista y pensar que casi le mando a mi exmarido.
A su exmarido.
Sí, que es un puto desgraciado, pero es el...
She's never, ever, I don't want to talk over the dialogue, subtitles. She's never, ever going to live this down. You are investigating and are in charge and the inspector of probably the biggest, most influential and worldwide recognised heist ever, and you are about to jump in bed with the person who's in charge of it all. Literally. Here we go.
Analizado la huella del coche y también la de la cucharilla que me trajiste. Y bingo,
And
coinciden. La
of
persona
course
que
it
tocó esa
is.
cucharilla es la misma que forzó el coche para
He's got him.
No.
He's got
Es
him.
la hostia, Pilar. Es la
Right,
hostia.
stop
¿Cómo
the
te
car.
llamo?
Mónica Gazambide.
Of course.
Está embarazada y hay que sacarla de aquí.
Ya, ya.
She's busy
¿Dónde coño vas?
doing something else right now.
¿Y yo qué? ¿Eh? ¿Yo me quedo aquí? ¿Cómo voy yo al almacén? Que yo no puedo entrar y salir como quiera.
Búscate la vida, capitán.
¿Qué pasa, Arturo? ¿Quieres más pastillas?
Ojalá lo mío se solucionara con una aspirina. No.
Free.
Y mientras se acercaba nuestra primera derrota,
Your first defeat?
el cerebro de la operación estaba ausente.
No, es que te gusta más.
Same goes for men.
Yo no he hecho eso.
What would you put this down to here? Is this just his character makeup as to why he feels he needs to push it to this level, this far, to see how clever he really is? Is it on a megalomaniac level? Or is this something entirely different? Is this he really is able to separate what he's currently involved in, what he's doing here, and can separate that from her being the person as to why she's here for that, separate him and her from it completely, and is he actually physically and emotionally invested in getting involved with her, with the inspector? I mean, I'm not entirely certain what his plan is here, because he's been so meticulous right from the dot, right from the beginning of this. And we've heard it's been planned for a long time. They've been planning it for 5 months between the lot of them. After that, once he'd already finalised the plan in his own head before he recruited any of them, and he's allowing this to be a distraction. And I don't know whether it is because of it, like I said, of his incessant need to control the situation, or whether he's actually interested in her. I know I was long-winded. He's rung a mum's
Llámame, tienes
house.
el contestador lleno. Lo tenemos, escucha, lo tenemos.
Yeah, you
Tenemos
have.
al tipo que les está ayudando desde fuera.
Pero para llevar a tu hija al colegio todavía.
Oh
tendrá
my God.
Como mínimo.
Te está utilizando, coño. Sus huellas estaban en el Z.
Dude,
Te ha animado a ti
stop
para
the
aprovecharse
damn
de la
car.
investigación. Te está utilizando, Ernesto.
Oh shit, that's bad. Oh, that's really bad. He drove straight into a bleeding skip. Damn. He could be dead.
Mónica no es de montar escándalos. Debe ser una de tus compañeras.
He's gonna walk in while they're fucking. This is brilliant. Wait for it. Ta-da! It's very similar. There you go. Oh, hang on a minute. No, it didn't work. It was just a delayed response. Well, that answers your
Por fin
question.
había tenido un gesto heroico. Y en vez de escaparse solo, había decidido rescatar
He
a
was
su
busy
princesa.
fucking someone else.
Pero le salió el tiro por la culata.
Do
Porque
you know
las
what?
princesas también
I don't mean to be nasty, but with how much of a complete dickhead Arturo has been in all of it, and the way that he's been a selfish, male chauvinist pig towards her as well, he kind of deserved that.
siempre hemos oído historias de maridos que descubren a sus esposas con el amante.
You fucking
Pero
hypocrite.
cuando Arturo encontró al amante de su amante,
His lover's lover, yeah.
se le olvidó el plan de fuga.
Yeah, he'll have forgotten now.
¡Saques y que me dejes solo con esta mierda! ¡Sí! ¡Tú y yo!
Says you.
¡Sí! ¡Aquí! ¡Ahora! ¡Tú y
He'd
yo!
kick your ass, he's half your age.
Que no pasa nada, salte para afuera.
Don't be stupid.
Tienes muchos huevos para aprovecharte de una mujer indefensa y herida, ¿no?
Nah, dude.
A ver si tienes los mismos para enfrentarte conmigo, hijo.
Hop and you'll be out. I wouldn't take him on at my age.
Lleva cuidado.
You came up with this plan, you've let it go.
Está embarazada de mí. ¡De mí! Te voy a matar, hijo de puta.
I don't think he's going to attack you. He's just gonna, yeah, he's just going to defense. You fucking idiot.
¿Me has intentado matar?
Yeah, I did.
¿Con unas tijeras de punta redonda, Arturito? ¡Dame una puta razón para no abrirte la cabeza ahora mismo! ¡Dame una puta razón! ¡Se está escapando! ¡Se está escapando! ¿Qué? ¡Se está escapando!
Say he's a fucking coward.
¡Ahora mismo! Yo sé por dónde.
Oh, that's it. Just. Oh.
Explosivo plástico.
Yeah. Shit. You have to hurry up now because of escaping.
Buscar a Nairobi. Río, Denver, traed a Oslo y a Helsinki.
Oh, hell. Ah, that's what he was doing. That was actually quite smart. Oh my god.
¡A cubierto, a cubierto, a cubierto! ¿Está todo el mundo a cubierto? Sí.
Yeah, that. They're going to be down there in a minute. Fuck. That has blown one big ass hole in the wall.
¡Explosión en el edificio! ¡Quiero comunicación con el equipo de asalto ya!
They're going to pull them out. They're going to try and pull some of them out, surely. Yeah, they're coming out. You've lost someone. Both distracted. He is dead. Yeah, he's gonna. Oh, wasn't she?
Por eso estaba ahí,
I'm assuming he's dead.
lavándose las axilas y sonriendo tontamente al espejo, mientras su compañero se debatía entre la
Oh,
vida y
no,
la
he's
muerte.
not dead. Yeah, they tried to call you 5 minutes ago.
¡Vamos!
So he's now dead. Is he gonna survive it? Got him. Got him.
Condiciones favorables para una salud. Esperamos a
You
lo de...
pop your head round there, you're done.
Vamos a entrar.
Oh, he's already decided.
El mundo podía desmoronarse mientras ella solo pensaba en nada.
This episode's all
Es
been
como
about
que
people not paying attention.
polvo del siglo.
Se ha salido de la vía y ha dado varias
You
vueltas
know
de
what that
campana.
is, don't you?
El subinspector está siendo atendido por
Deputy
los servicios
Inspector.
sanitarios.
I mean, to me, he's on a ventilator, I think.
No le cogí el teléfono. Estaba en un operativo. Dime qué pasó entre vosotros, por favor. Ángel volcó. Invadió el carril contrario y dio un volantazo como si quisiera acabar con todo. Que mi marido ha intentado suicidarse. No lo sé.
Oh, that's awful.
De que tú eres una mujer de carácter, eres una mujer racial.
Oh, she's confident.
Ya. Pero
It's
bueno,
probably best
tampoco te
that.
estoy pidiendo que te cases conmigo, profe.
She's just asking for a shack. A quickie.
Chispum.
Por favor. No quisiera herirte, pero es que no podemos.
What?
Pues un día,
So he learned all of this at an early age.
contó la película más extraordinaria que habían hecho jamás. Tú sabes que el dinero se fabrica en una máquina, ¿verdad? Me dijo. Y esa máquina está en un sitio
It's a good plan.
que se llama la fábrica del dinero. Y con un plan magistral, ha de ser magistral, no lo olvides nunca.
I think the master plan is his.
Se podía entrar allí sin robar a nadie. ¿Lo entiendes?
You kind of are.
Un día le cosieron a tiros a las puertas.
You're stealing
del
from
banco
the state.
hispanoamericano. Podrías cumplir tus sueños sin hacerle daño a nadie.
Están clausurando la puerta.
What are you gonna have to do? Weld it shut? Oh, plate metal. Oh no, it's gonna get him. It's gonna get him. Damn, don't get shot. He's done. I think he got shot multiple times. There he goes.
Los tíos tienen equipos de visión térmica. Ese humo solo nos va a pegar a nosotros. ¡Sácalo! ¡Vámonos tú!
Get it out of there. You can't shoot in the blind. Oh my god. Yeah, run. I'm presuming that's something like, I mean, it's not quite a 50 cal, I don't think, but you crazy bitch. Yeah, he fell. You've almost got in. They got to the door. Oh, hell. He is done. Bastard sculling. That's Arturo's doing. I mean, I know he didn't do the killing blow, but he might as well have. That was intense. Wow, what a penultimate episode that was. So much went on. I don't even know where to start with that. I thought they were done for. I really did think they were done for. He's definitely dead. I mean, when it showed them escaping and he hit him with that bar, he didn't seem to go down. But I think the reason he dropped so slowly is it was the first hit's free type of thing. That was a killing blow right there. So that's one of them dead. That's Helsinki's other half friend. Now then. Angelito is in hospital with his wife at his side, who knows all about who he's been in love with for 7 years, apparently, so she's blaming the inspector for it. Meanwhile, them two were in bed, her and the professor, and both took their eye off the ball as to what was going on, which pretty much caused all that catastrophe. Both feeling pleased with themselves. I've already, covered in the reaction itself, discussing how and why I think the professor's allowed it to get to this point, but it has also compromised the situation. And we know he's left that message on her mum's answering phone, so she's only going to know about that if, one, she goes home. At some point when she goes home, it could even now be when all this is over, and whether she even thinks to check her mum's voicemail, or because her mum has Alzheimer's, if she just doesn't clear the damn message and forgets about it. That could be part, they could throw that in as well yet, we don't know. There is evidence of it even if he doesn't wake up, but they could conveniently erase that evidence by using the mum's Alzheimer's for it. I'm prepared and ready for that happening. And Arturo's face when he walked in and he was doing her from behind. That was just brilliant. But the arrogance of the man, the absolute sheer arrogance and single-mindedness of this dude, that one thinks he can take on Denver, a guy who's pretty strong, taller than him, better set than him, younger than him, stronger than him, but doesn't even give a second thought to the fact, how dare my mistress be doing someone else other than me, but it's okay for me to be doing it behind my wife's back, as I mentioned. He deserves everything he gets, and that took his focus off. All this episode was all centered around people taking their eye off the ball. He'd arranged all that escape plan, then didn't show because he got caught. He got distracted by seeing Monica and Denver together. The professor got distracted by being with the inspector. The inspector got distracted by being with the professor. It was all about that, this episode, but they almost got in. I mean, they got to the door with the shields and everything. And if they would have got in with the thermal imaging cameras and night vision once they threw that smoke bomb in, if they'd have not got that out, that would have been it. And all the professor could do was stand there and watch, because you wasn't there to see it coming, which he would have been. But, okay, they've stopped them coming in, but they've just lost all those hostages who are going to be questioned to the hilt now as to what they're doing in there, how many, what the plans are, what the setup is. They're going to want to know every minute detail. Granted, they've been kept down in the cellar purposely so they don't know everything that's going on upstairs and with the printing presses and everything else. So their information will be a bit more limited than the rest of our hostages who have seen everything that's been going on. But they're still gonna make connections. And now we're left wondering at what point, whether either Arturo wakes up or she reads that or hears that voicemail, that she's going to hear that he's made the connection, that it was a match, and your guy who broke into the patrol car is the guy you just slept with. Brilliant piece of writing. Really enjoying it. Right, we'll be back with episode 13, as I said at the start of this episode, because Netflix seems to have combined some episodes together to make it. There are only 13 episodes in the season, where everywhere else, every database and everything lists it as 15 episodes. So all the titles are wrong, all the synopses are wrong, all the episode names are wrong. So the next episode is the final episode of the season as regards Netflix is concerned, and that's where I'm viewing it from. So that's what we've got to go off. So I'll be back for that in a few days' time, guys. If you want to watch this in full length, I'm sure you know by now, just check the link in the description. If you're enjoying the series Money Heist and you want to continue along with me, by all means hit the sub, give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I will see you for the season finale next. Take care.